And today I want to talk to you about self-tapes, but self-tapes from a business perspective. So look, in this video, I'm not going to talk about what lighting to use, what mics to use. I'm not going to talk about any of the technical stuff. Jodie Bentley here, actor, brand strategist, and career coach. There's lots of free resources on YouTube to figure that out. There are self-tape courses to figure that out. I really want to talk about this from a business perspective of when that audition comes in your inbox to when it's complete. So first and foremost, when that audition comes in, do your work. Do your craft work. Have a system in place that you use to prep your auditions and be that amazing, creative, open, spontaneous actor that you are. So before you do anything, do the craft work. Do all the stuff of why you became an actor in the first place, right? Have fun, build the character, work on the scene. Once I've done that, once I feel solid about that, I'm feeling pretty good about my lines, I know what this scene is, I've done the work, then I move it to my setup. Right? So now I'm in my space with my lights and my camera and everything set up. And then I work out my blocking. I work out my eye line. I work out any scene business. Maybe there's a thing where I need to exit or enter, or maybe there's a thing where, having a drink in your hand is a big part of the scene. So I want to just block out that business, right? So then that's where I start to merge the craft with the business of auditioning, right? With the technical stuff of auditioning. So do all the work, then bring it into your space to the blocking and the eye line in any business. And then you want to finalize and make sure that your lighting and your framing and your sound are good, right? So again, that's part of the business of the self-tape. Now, but then and only then are you ready to actually press record. Now, I invite you to do 3 to 4 takes max. 3 to 4 takes max. And believe me, I hear from clients, actors, whoever, upwards of 15 and 20 takes. Oh, that just made me anxious. I really invite you to do 3 or 4 takes max. Because, say in a year we're back in person, or your callbacks are going to be in person, you're not going to get 15 takes in the room. You're just not going to get it. You're not even going to get 15 takes on set when you book it. So do your work, then figure out the business and the space and the blocking and the eye lines, figure out the framing and the lighting. Then when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And you just need 3 or 4 takes. Let that perfectionism go. It is the killer of creativity. And trust in your talent and trust in your work. Now, after each take, I do invite you to watch it. I invite you to watch the take. And I know that's hard for some people, but I invite you to get good at that, to be curious about your performance and your choices, not to be critical and judgmental about them, but to put on a lens of curiosity to suss out, is the work that I created evident in the scene? Am I believing it? Do I buy it? How do I feel about this character that I've created? People really need to perceive her as the villain. I'm coming across as a little too nice, whatever it may be, right? So really look at it from almost like a 10,000 foot view, looking down at your self-tape of how do I feel about this? Is there anything I would do differently? Is there a different choice I would like to make? Is there a different vibe I want from it? Okay, now I know what to do in my next take. Because I think why the 15 takes happen is you do a take and you go, no, I didn't say the line the way I wanted to say it. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. So we do it again and we go, oh, you know what? I stumbled on those words. I want to get that really right. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Can I tell you how many auditions I've booked on self-tapes from stumbling words? So please don't ever stop yourself on that. But if you're not assessing or watching, you don't know what to change. So then we're just changing everything or getting really nitpicky about one line. And is that one line really going to make or break your audition? If it's a pivotal moment in the scene where you need to cry or change or something has happened, okay, fine. But is it really a pivotal moment in the scene for you? And that thing that you keep stopping on and getting hung up on? So this is why it's important to watch, right? This is where you put the business hat on. And this is where, these self-tapes become challenging, is where we get to be the creative artists we are, but we also get to wear this business hat of the eye lines, the framing, the this, the that. Let me be the director of the shoot for a second and analyze the performance and decide, hey, I want to try it this way. But you got to assess it to know how to change it. Or else you're just doing everything based on feelings and emotions. But feelings and emotions are not facts. So by watching it, it just gives you some knowledge, right? Knowledge of the performance and really refining your eye to not be judgy of the things about yourself that we don't like. We all have those things. But to really, again, look at it from that 10,000 foot view of the director of your self-tape, and is this the performance that I want to deliver? And if not, how can I shift it? As opposed to just getting caught up on how you deliver one line. All right, so you're going to do 2, 3, or 4 takes max. And then I really invite you to choose the one you're going to use immediately. You can ask your reader, hey, I really like these 2 takes. Which one do you think? But you could spend a long time watching each take, especially if they're 3-minute scenes or whatever it is. You could spend a long time rewatching, going, what, I like this beat here and I like that beat here. Just which one do you like the best? Just choose one. Just pick one. And if they say they want 2 takes, then choose 2 very different takes. If they don't say they want 2 takes, then you got one. You get to choose one. Typically I'll do 3 or 4 takes and choose the first one almost all the time, or the last one almost all the time. The 2 and 3 usually never get chosen, which is funny. But I invite you to choose it right away to make a choice and be done. Edit it and submit it right away so it is done. Get it done. So really then you just want to be done, right? Choose, edit, submit, be done, and celebrate. I also throw the script away because I have it on the computer if I want to revisit it or I get a call back. So I throw the script away to go, I'm done. This is it. I've done this thing. My job now is done. I've shared my creative gift with the world. And then celebrate. Have a reward. Have something, because you got to be an actor. You got to perform and you got to share your gift, and now you get to celebrate that. So I trust this helps. I just wanted to sort of walk through the steps of putting on the business hat on the self-tape. Because when we're caught in like creator mode through the whole self-tape, that's when the 15 takes happen. That's when we get in our heads. That's when the spontaneity actually goes away. So it's really about staying tapped into the craft when you need to, focusing on the business when you need to, being able to put those hats on and shift them back and forth so your performance is free, but we're not getting caught up in it. Caught up in the business of it, the perfectionism of it. So let me know what you think. Let me know about any comments that you have below. Let me know any questions that you have below as well. Because self-tapes are a huge part of our business. And when you're getting 2 a day, 3 a day sometimes, or 5 a week, how are you maximizing them? And how are you doing them in the most efficient way possible, but also staying super open and creative? All right, let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye.